Hello, this is Rika Shuki-chan demonstrating assignment number 2, the hotel booking system. I'll first explain the code and then demonstrate the flow from sign up, login, booking, payment, and confirmation. Here on the screen shows the application properties files, which says the application will be running at port 8084 and connecting to the database assignment2 on my local Mexico server instance. Here I have set the DDL auto attribute to none. That means I'm creating the database schema manually. This application is implemented with MVC architecture. Files like booking, customer, payment, and room are the entities and correspond to a table in the database. And the repository interfaces are the booking repository, customer repository, payment repository, and room repository to provide methods to handle data access by extending JPA repository. And files under the resource templates, time-lived HTML pages as the view layer, the controller files, uh, booking controller, uh, customer controller, payment controller, and room controller. These controller files interact with the model via the repository and return appropriate views. Now let's look into different types of files to see how they work together. I'll take booking as an example. This is the model class annotated with entity to describe the structure of the table. ID indicates the field as the primary key, and generated value means the primary key will be generated automatically. These not now, future or present, and mean annotations are bin validation annotations. These validations are enabled through the controller in time-lived template. We specify the type of object in the view, and the field is validated by the rules data in the entity. This is the repository class, and it's annotated with add repository. And by extending the JPA repository, uh, it in the interface inherits the method for CRUD operations like final, save, find by ID, etc. Here I have used a query by method names. And this is the controller class. The controller class is used to bridge up the models and views. They are annotated as a controller. And here the auto wire are used to inject the repository bins needed in this specific context. And here are the routes and the corresponding methods that handles the request for the route. For example, taking this reserve method as an example, the methods bind the form data to the object booking, and this at validate enable validation defined in the entity class, and the validation results are stored in the binding results. The model parameter here is used to pass the objects and the data required from the controller to the view. And you can see in the view that this action and object and the fields are matching the controller. I have also created the script file and the results static folder to handle some calculations and validation and provide a slider for showing hotel room details. And that is how my project is set. And now I'll show how the app works. Well, the app is running at port 8084 as stated in the property file. And it's land on the index page uh, with login and a sign up link here. Let's try the sign up part first. Uh, without uh, enter without entering anything and click submit, it triggers the validation defined in the entity class. Now let me enter the required information for the registration. Since this field is declared of email type, if it is not of a valid email format, it will prompt it is an invalid email address. And I'm now providing different password and confirm password pair. And if I click submit, it will show the passwords do not match. And if the email has already been registered, it also shows a message the email already registered. Now, if I enter everything correct and click submit, it will bring me to the login page. And when I log in, if with incorrect credentials, it shows invalid email or password. With correct email and password pair, the system will bring me to the booking page. Yeah, I have the greeting message loading the uh, user's first name and a button linking to the edit profile. If the user wants to update his or her profile, click this button. You can see, except for the password field, the other fields are preloaded with existing values. As updating of password is optional, the password will not be loaded to the page for security concern. But if either the password or confirm password field are provided, the system will look and check if both fields are the same. For example, if I'm now changing my first name, this form is providing appropriate uh, validation on different fields. If the fields are missing, it will prompt the message. Now I'm changing my first name to mine, Shuki, and then click submit. Oh, by the way, this email field is set as read only, as this is the key for the login and it is not allowed to change in the edit profile. And after I have made the necessary change, I click submit and return to the booking page. And you can see that my first name is updated accordingly. Here, if we didn't enter the arrival and departure days and click book now, the page will show the error message. And the calendars for check-in and check-out are set to choose only current and future days. But if my departure date prior to the arrival date, the system will prompt the message that departure date must be later than the arrival date. If a valid pair of arrival and departure days is entered, the number of nights will be calculated automatically. Then I enter the number of guests, and I can use this to slide for the desired room type I want. After choosing the appropriate room type, enter the arrival date, departure date, then I click book now. Then the system will calculate the total based on the number of nights and room type and calculate the price. If I'm not entering the card information, error message show. When card information is provided and click proceed, the system brings you to a confirmation page with all the booking details and the total. And this is the end of my demonstration. Thank you.